Final video on how to use Rizepoint. So as you remember, we were being using an example of an audit that I complete. We need to go through the mobile auditor, and you will be able to see at the top the organization that I have been using as an exercise. So clicking this one as the next assignment, it will tell you, you see it, what is the score. Also, the score is relevant because the last question of the SQMS report asks you the score, so you can be able to see it in this screen. Okay, if you duplicate a report like the one that I did in my first exercise, what you will need to do once that you duplicate that report, click in delete, and then after that repeat one that you're not going to use is eliminated from the system. Okay, so open that one and it will give you all the different questions of the exercise. Remember, everything that is in green basically means is done. Everything that is in red means that something is missing. So if something is in red, click in that section and it will be able to ask you what kind of questions. Usually there are a few that you need to add yes or no, or you need to provide a specific value. In this case, it's asking you that if you will buy this product, if you were the consumer, and either after you may be able to say yes. The last name of the auditor is Alfonso Cappuccino. Okay. And with that, I should be able to change it to green. All right. So I already type all my nonconformities and I already place all the non-applicables. So we should be done. It's only that we need to complete the exercise with a finalization. If you click in the last part of the report, it will ask you details on what is the last grade of the audit. Remember that it was 91 at the top. You may be able to go again. It's 91. So then after you may be able to select here. If it's 95, grade A, below 70, it's an F. 91 should be a grade B. Okay. And the other one that you will need to complete is the last one that it's a if all the nonconformities has been completed and uploaded. In this case, I say yes. Are you sure that everything is fine and completed? Click yes. The next portion that is going to ask you is that the site should be sign it. You can send it to the company, and you may be able also to sign it. Okay. If the customer is not signing, I believe that McDonald's is not that worried about it. But technically, yes, you should be able to sign it as the auditor. That's a very important one. Okay. So once that you click in signature, it will open a screen, and you will need to provide your signature as easy as possible. Let's say that's the case. And then after, the next step that you will need to do is click into approve. Once that you click to approve, uh, the next step that is going to happen is the report for Kiwa will go into the technical review process. So we may be able to review that all the non-applicables, all the non-conformities, best practices, everything has been fully been completed. If something is wrong, we will send it back to the auditor. The auditor will have a chance to review and do the adjustments. So we will communicate with you via email. And from the customer side, once that a technical review is completed, the company will be able to get access to all the non-conformities. Okay, and for every non-conformity, as usual, the organization should be responsible to provide the root cause analysis, corrections, corrective action, deadline, etc. And everything will be done inside the system. Okay. Um, I will give you another video where you may be able to see the next steps, okay? And once that I receive the corrective action from the customer, okay? But until this moment, you should be able to have already a good picture on how to open the Rizepoint, how to create and schedule your first audits, what are the impression of the SQMS report, what are the requirements to evaluate as in satisfactory, minors, majors, and criticals, nonconformities, at the left side of the screen, if you remember, you will be able to see a visualization with the red dots, basically means things that are pending, green, everything that is in compliance. You raise a nonconformity, you have to provide the details of the nonconformity. If it's not applicable, why is not applicable? There are also some section that you will have to do it that way. And if you find something that the company is doing great, that should be best practices, always you will need to report it. If there are non-conformities, zero non-conformities, and you have a score of 100, also you will need to explain why the company get a 100. When you complete an audit together with a GFSI, the evidence and the reports that you will place into the SQMS report, the one that we are creating, will be the combination of the findings from your GFSI audit, I don't know, BRC or IFS or FSSE or SQF, plus the additional findings that are specifically for McDonald requirements that are not included in the other standards. Okay, so it's not only the McDonald ones, you will need to add the ones from the GFSI and the additional ones. So it's going to be very unlikely that you will have zero findings if you combine both ones. Okay, so please remember, it's a combination. So when you complete everything, go through this page, go to approve, it will disappear. You will not be able to see anything until the company will provide you with corrective actions. Okay. At the moment that I started to receive from the company, I will save my last videos on how to approve the nonconformities, how to show the system at this moment that we should be ready to go. And you will be able to complete your first SQMS audit. Okay. Thank you. Have a good one.